Let's work on the yz85 in today's video. Sorry guys, but I haven't posted in 2 weeks. I've been really busy. Let's fix the yz85, because as I said, it leaks oil, and it's leaking oil pretty bad. Don't ask about how it looks, but that's just all been leaking out. And I know why. It's because of that seal that I didn't replace when I placed the water. When that water pump seal was leaking, I didn't replace the oil seal, but now the coolant's leaking out of the gasket, but the oil's leaking out of the seal I didn't replace. And I got some more bad news. I broke the subframe right here. My brother, it was like crap. Someone broke it and then crappy welded it on. I was just waiting for it to snap. My brother just sat on it the other day and it snapped. I've been still riding it. It's got 8.9 hours now. Sorry I haven't had any riding clips. I don't have like a chest mount or no one to film for me. But that is broken. I'll show you later. But let's get this thing on its side and start pulling that side off. And I got a new dirt bike stand. Alright, we got our leaned over. So the plan is take this off. Take this kicker off. Drain the coolant. Take that coolant hose off. Take this whole cover off. Take this seal out for the water pump, like so I can reuse it. Take that old seal out, pound that bearing out, put that new seal in. New bearing, well, not new. Reuse that bearing. That used but still new seal goes back in, and a new gasket, because we're leaking coolant from this gasket because I pulled this cover off so many times. And now it won't leak oil from this little hole. It won't leak coolant. So my new dirt bike stand can stay new. Alright, foot pedals off. Now let's get that kicker and start draining coolant. Alright guys, I just spent the last 15 minutes trying to get the coolant and oil drained. Took forever. Didn't even get half of it in the thing. Spilled half of it. But the reason it leaked coolant is because that gasket's bad. The reason it leaked oil, don't mind that truck in the background. My brother got a new truck. Because that seal behind here. And I just ripped the gasket, pulling it off. So we ain't going to be able to put this together. Great! But let's get this pulled off and try to get that seal out. That's the seal right there that's making us leak oil. Let's get that out and replace it. Alright, I just got that out. Got the new seal. The old crappy seal that's making us leak. And that bearing. Let's get this cleaned up so it spins a little better. And that's the one we're going to replace that old gasket on there with so it stops leaking coolant and oil. And then I got to get a gasket for that because I ripped it. There we go. I just sprayed it with a little snap-on brake cleaner. That bearing's looking pretty nice. It is definitely shot, but we're just gonna run it. It still works. Let's put this new seal in, get that in there. And then that, and then this can go back on, but then we gotta get that gasket, because I ripped it, of course. Yeah. Boom, now that new seal and bearing, well, not new bearing, but new seal's in there. Let's pop that seal back in there. The other one I just pressed in. Oh, let's just wipe it down real quick. I think. There. Just a little love tap. Send her home. There we go. Now let's put this on. Alright guys, I gotta get a new gasket. Put that on. But right now we're gonna go get some stuff in town. So I got some floor dry down to dry that all up. We're just gonna stop for now. We'll be back in a couple hours.
2,000 years later.
Alright boys, we are back 4 hours later. Wait, no, 1, 2... Yeah, 4 hours later. Let's throw this thing together. And I went to, we were right next to the parts store. Dirt bike parts store. And they did not have my gasket. So, I don't know what we're going to do. But they did have some new grips. Where did they go? Grips and grip donuts and lenses, because my brother ran over my goggles and ruined the lenses. Because we're gonna replace these old grips and grip donuts because they're getting there. And then my brother got his tire a new tube, so this will be rocking. I'm gonna put that on for him. All right, I got that water pump cover on. That's the ripped gasket. I didn't get a gasket. Didn't have it in stock. I think I might just get some gasket maker and try and reuse it with a little bit of gasket maker. But for now, we're going to keep it on hold. Put the front tire on my brother's dirt bike, which this is one big nut and bolt. These two little spacers. That tire that goes through the suspension. And then this thing can be rocking and rolling again. And that's how easy it is to put on a front tire. Back one's a little bit trickier. You got to get the chain adjusters and the chain and the brake aligned. This one, you just slide on the brake and slide your bolt through. And then you got to tighten your bolt. And then you want to make sure to grease. This is how much grease I put on this thing. A lot. So much that it's coming out here. You're going to want like that much grease to come out of your axle when you're done with this. You don't want to just put a little bit. Make that thing just slide right in there. I literally went like this the entire way and it slid right on. But now let's tighten this up and we're done. There we go. Tire's on. Tighten that bolt. Cut the little tag that was on it. Just put a little gasket maker on there. She's going to be running mint now. So let's get her done. All right, we got the new sealing. We got the cover on with the gasket maker because we ripped that gasket. I'll probably replace it in the future, even if it doesn't leak. Kicker on. That's on. Foot pedals on. It's all ready. Put fluids in it and see if it runs and doesn't leak. Well, I just filled it up with fluids. It's not leaking oil as I know of, but it is leaking coolant. And I have a guess that it's this crush washer because when it's on the bike, it just starts like drip, and like dripping from right above here. So I don't know if it's leaking from that gasket right here or this crush washer. But I'm going to go get a crush washer, whatever you call these thingies. We'll see if that helps. I don't know yet. Just got back from the store and I got my little crush washer there. And oh boy, this was sitting at the front door. So let's throw the skid plate, these grips, and try and fix this coolant leak. I don't really know if this was the actual one that was supposed to be on that bike, because like, I'm gonna set the phone down. It's kind of loose on there, and they didn't have the exact one. They gave me a size down. It ain't fitting. I guess that didn't fix it. We'll probably just drill it out just a tad, but yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say the word, but not gonna be able to use it. 40 cents wasted, but whatever. And I think I found our leaking of coolant problem. So, take our bolt, put it in this hole, and it has not that much room. You put it in this hole, and it has tons of room. I think that hole is too big, because like, look at them by side each other. Am I the only one that think that one looks way bigger? I think I'm going to throw this one on. See if it stops leaking coolant. So I think that's our problem. But I hate, because I really did like that. Because, yeah, that just doesn't look cool compared to that. But I guess it is what it is. Got that first grip off. Whoever put these on last, didn't glue them, so it just slid off. That one, I'm gonna have to use the air compressor, but start putting these new Moose ones on. Still gonna keep the old ones for backups, but you can put these on right there. ODI. Only if I put ODI grips on, or Darzar grip donuts and grips. But let's throw one of these on. There we go. One grip is on with the glue. I'm gonna wipe that extra glue off real quick, and we're gonna get that old one off, put that new one on. Never mind, this one I didn't need to use the air compressor for either. Little messed up, but it'll be fine. Let's put this one on. Just like that. I don't know if I'm gonna put grip glue on them on this side, but still thinking. Alright, I got both grips on. So now let's throw on these ODI grip donuts. Grip donuts are on both sides. You can just chuck that to the side for now. Let's throw on the skid plate. We're going to have to take the bike off the stand. It's not even on the stand fully because I'm not going to put it on that new stand until it's not leaking fluids. So let's start getting this on. Alright, I got the skid plate on. I think it's time to add some coolant, see if it still leaks. It has a brand new gasket, a brand new water pump seal, that crush washer, that bolt and that aren't even bad. So why is it leaking? Gosh. Drip, drip, drip. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just tightened it down a little bit more by hand, and I don't see it leaking. So, I don't know. I think we're good. Alright, I just took it for a ride. I'm going to let it sit for a while. I'm going to clean up the garage. Huge mess I made, and see if it's still leaking coolant. I think that's water. I think. But yeah, we're going to see if it's still leaking coolant. I don't see no drops as of now. Let's go! It's been like an hour, maybe 2. I don't feel anything, see anything. That, we're still leaking oil, but it's not like dripping. It's just like, just slowly seeking through that seal, which I replaced. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Honestly, all bikes leak from their shifter seal, new or not. But let's go. Now I can put this on the stand and not have to worry about wrecking my new stand. So that's a dub. But here soon I gotta get a subframe, but I'm not gonna give any hints. I'm not even gonna say a thing. But I can't afford it because of something. I'm not gonna say anything. This will probably be next week's video. But this, I haven't posted in 2 weeks, and it's Friday night. So I gotta get this edited up so I can post it Sunday because I haven't posted in 2 weeks. But next week, there might be something new. Just throwing that out there.